All right, I want to welcome you guys to how to acquire more customers, increase guest frequency, and beat the third-party delivery apps at their own games. That sound good? Sound good. All right, guys. Look at this audience participation already. Super excited to be here today. We're going to be on here, let's say 40 minutes or so, and we are going to we're going to discover how to create a perfect marketing machine that will have you rolling in new guests and get your current guests to spend more. Say, rolling in new guests. There we go. Say, current guests, spend more. All right, we're in the right room. Everybody excited about that? We're good? All right, listen, let's start with this. Restaurant marketing is hard. I'm going to confirm that to you. Anybody here a marketer? All right, we got some marketers here. Anybody here an operator? All right, God bless. There's no manual for this. You should not be expected to know how to do it. I want to confirm that. And if you've thought marketing is hard and it takes a lot of time, and it will be a waste of money, I'm going to put those fears to rest. Okay, that is not the case. You just need the right person to show you how to do it. Okay, you've probably gotten a million calls from marketing and advertising companies promising you that magic button that'll bring you all kinds of new guests, and that's all you need. Anybody ever get those calls, the magic button phone call? Yeah, I got your solution right here. Well, I'm here to tell you that if that is all you do, it is not going to work. Those people have quotas, and they're just trying to get you to spend money. All right. Marketing can be hard. I'll confirm that. It can be expensive. And it can take a lot of time, and lots of people fail at it. Anybody ever try any of those magic button solutions? Get the phone call from the people of the magic button. You ever try that? Right? Did it work? Maybe not. It's because there is no magic button for marketing, okay? I know you guys have a dream to run an amazing bar or restaurant where everybody loves the food, everybody raves about the experience. Well, I am here to help you achieve that dream, okay? I want to make sure that you have a constant flow of new and repeat guests. Say new and repeat guests. I love this. I love this. Usually I gotta at this point I'm still sticking forks in people. You guys are ready to go. Okay, I want to confirm that you are in the right rule. My goal for this presentation is to help two types of people. If you are a restaurant operator, right? Somebody's a take charge kind of person, an A-game player, or if you do marketing for restaurants, or you have to instruct people who do marketing for restaurants, you are in the right place. And if so, you're gonna get all the instructions that you need on how to do this, or how to be able to show somebody how to do this. Does that sound good? You're gonna hear me say it lots of times, does that sound good? And the best way to answer me is to say yes, put your hand up, you can nod, all those things. You guys are right on track here. All right, again, like I said, our goal today is to create a perfect marketing machine. Say perfect marketing machine. I love this. Did you guys stop through the coffee boost? Did that happen? I did. All right, that got us. It's gonna have you rolling in new guests and get your current guests to happily spend more. Said another way, I'm gonna show you what to stop doing and what to start doing instead. Does that sound good? Great. Okay. Now, I want you to stay here for a couple of reasons. There are 3 reasons to stay to the end. Number 1, I've got some great information that is going to help you. I don't want you to miss any of that. At the end, I will be taking Q&A. You're going to have questions. I'm going to go fast. If you stay to the end, you can ask any question you have. And lastly, if you stay to the end, I do have a free gift that's going to help you with your business. Does that sound good? Outstanding. Outstanding. Hi, my name is Rev Ciencio. Don't know if you guys know me. You may know me as a restaurant owner, hospitality marketing influencer, and I co-own a New York City-based burger joint not too far from here near Bryant Park called Handcraft Burgers and Brew. It says that on the sign out front. I run a couple of Instagram accounts, some LinkedIn, TikToks. I have about 650,000 followers total. And I have worked with literally hundreds of restaurants to help them raise awareness, acquire, and retain their guests through digital marketing, social media, and the use of incredible software. And I am also a French fry fanatic. Anybody ever see Pee-wee's Big Adventure? You know this scene at the end where he's at the pet store saving all the pets, and he keeps running by the snakes, and he makes the face and goes and saves the puppies instead. In the end, he saves the snakes, and he comes running out in front of the store, and he's got all the snakes in his hand. I showed that picture to the photographer here. I said, same thing, but French fries. So part of that face is me trying to emulate Pee Wee Herman, and the other part of that face is those fries were actually hot. So, all right, guys, it was not always this way. In 2010, me and some buddies opened a really cool bourbon beer and rock bar in New York City with a menu full of awesome burgers, and I've been in your shoes, and I like to think it was a lot of fun. And as you know, running a bar or a restaurant is also a lot of work, okay? We owned that bar for 6 years, okay? 6 years. People loved it. You see where we got really good at marketing. We knew how to attract, we knew how to acquire, and we knew how to retain our guests, okay? We got a ton of press, we had a ton of 5-star reviews, and we were the darlings of the beer and bourbon scene for a very, very long time. Unfortunately, we had a bad partnership. Okay, 2 of our partners basically threw money out the window without telling us until we were about $200,000 in debt. Okay, at that point, when you're $200,000 in debt, guess what? There's not much you can do. In fact, as I put together this presentation today, nearly 6 years after that restaurant or that bar is gone, I still owe money on that debt. And I'm reminded every month when I write the $300 check to pay off that debt. Technically, I actually have enough money to pay off the debt, but I do it in increments, just like it's my little way of getting back. But anyway, the point is, I did fail on this once, right? But I realized something really important at the end of owning Idle Hands Bar is that other bar and restaurant owners would ask me all the time, how'd you get so many reviews? How'd you get so many followers on social media, right? How did you get that gigantic email list that you had? We have 15,000 people on our email list for our bourbon bar, okay? I learned some really valuable skills that a lot of people needed help with, right? And at that point, I dedicated my career to helping restaurant operators helped a lot of restaurant operators become master marketers. They never had to worry about revenue again. And since then, I've worked with a lot of tech companies, a lot of solutions providers, a lot of restaurants to help them grow their marketing. A couple of those people in this audience right there. God bless. In fact, I got so good at marketing with restaurants, including blogging, social media, retention, acquisition. I ended up on these crazy different TV shows. And I've also gotten on the news a bunch of times, like Fox News, Fox 5, Bios 1, ABC 7. They want to ask my opinion not only as a food critic, but also as a hospitality marketer. Bring that forward to 2021, guys. That's last year. I'm bad at math, but I think that's last year, okay? A couple of my friends who own a couple of very successful gastropubs asked me if I'd be interested in co-founding a burger restaurant in New York City called Handcraft Burgers and Brews. Like I said, it's just right over here in Bryant Park. We opened late November 2021, and if I can humble brag for just a moment, have your permission to humble brag? Good, thank you. All right, we have a 4-point average rating on Google. Actually, 2 days ago, we had a 4.9. We got a 1-star review. I'm a little upset about it, so I had to go and change my presentation. We've only been around for 13 weeks. We have a 4.5 average rating on Yelp. Yes, come in, thank you. We have 1,500 email subscribers. We have 300 people opted into SMS. And we have more than 1,800 followers on Instagram. Does that sound good? I think it sounds good. The stat I am most proud of today is that I can tell you that 28% of my guests who dined with us last week were repeat guests, okay? And I know this because not only do we have a system set up to track it, but we actively check it and we actively manage it. Does that sound good? Okay, well, here's the thing. I'm gonna share with you how we do it, okay? And I want you to see everything that we're about to talk about so that you can do it too, because I want you to know that I practice what I preach and that it is not hard for you to do as well. All right, so let's talk about the restaurant business. That's what we're here to talk about, right? All right, where do we come from? Everything was about the transaction, right? Why? Because we want to get the customer in the door and we wanted to get the sale, and everything happened on premise. So the center point of how we interacted with our guests, other than serving them food, that was the transaction, getting the money, okay? Hence the point of sale system, right? We need to capture the payment, right? So that restaurants now all have POS systems, okay? The problem with that system is that now we live in this digitally connected world where people are on this thing all the time, right? They're on their phone all the time, right? And so now we have so many other touch points with our guests, okay? There are so many ways that a guest can connect with us, right? They can message with us, they can interact with our brand even without us knowing, okay? The customer journey now starts and ends online. Now think about this. A friend of mine eats at a restaurant, eats at your restaurant, and they post it on Facebook, and I see that. What's the next thing I do? I go to Google. What am I going to do? I want to look at your hours of operation. I want to see what your menu looks like. I want to see where you're located. I need that information. And while I'm there, what else am I going to look at? I'm going to look at some photos. I'm going to see what the pictures of the food looks like, what the experience looks like. Then I might go to Yelp. I might see what people are saying on Yelp. Cool, looks good. What do I do next? I go check out your menu. I want to see if that thing that my friend posted is available. I also need to know, do you have chicken nuggets? Because I got a 5-year-old, right? Or I got a friend who eats gluten-free. So I'm now looking at your menu. Where do I end up next? Your website. Maybe I need to make a reservation. So I go to OpenTable or Resi. Okay, I'm going to take my wife. So what do? I'm going to share that with her so she knows that we're going to this restaurant. Okay, now I need directions because we're going to the restaurant. Maybe we took the subway, maybe we're driving, maybe we need a bus or something, whatever. Maybe we're not going to drive because it's the only night out that month that my wife and I get, so we're going to take an Uber and share a bottle of wine, okay? On the way to your restaurant, my wife opens up Instagram. Why? She wants to look at your photos. She wants to see what the food is like. She wants to see the experiment, right? Who's good at counting? I can count, okay? That's 11 touch points that I've had with your brand, and I've not eaten or drank in anything yet. I've experienced your restaurant in almost 11 or 12 ways, and I've not even been through the door. So I'm gonna come in, and we live in this COVID or post-COVID universe, and you're gonna put the QR code on the table. and I'm gonna either transact online or at least gonna look at your menu online. Again, I'm still not eating. Finally, we come to the part where I eat. Then you're gonna take my pay. Maybe you have Apple Pay. Maybe you have pay at table. Maybe you're gonna present a check to me, right? I'm finally transacting. We're at 13 touch points before we got to the old system, right? Then what's gonna happen? You're gonna ask for my feedback after we eat, and then I might leave you a 5-star review, or a 3-star review, or a 1-star review, and what's happening, okay? Now, what if during my discovery phase, okay, what if I get the incorrect hours, okay? What if I can't figure out how to make a reservation? What if I can't find your menu? What if your social media is out of date? What if I actually come and eat there, right? And you never ask me for feedback, or I leave you a 1-star review and you don't reply to me? Am I gonna feel compelled to go back? Am I gonna feel compelled to tell my friends about it? And that's why it's so important. Okay, guys, this is the part of the presentation where you're either gonna do what my buddy Wes calls a writer-downer or start taking photos of the screen, okay? Because I'm gonna show you some things about how this works. All right, now, when it comes to digital restaurant marketing, specifically around new guest acquisition, who thinks new guest acquisition is hard? I think it's pretty hard. All right, you don't have to admit it, it's hard, okay? There are really only a few major channels that you have to master if you're digital marketing. Okay, number one, third-party delivery services. Who's using Uber Eats or DoorDash, right? Any of those ones, okay? I don't necessarily love these things, but it is a way to acquire new guests, okay? Number two, okay, local search. What do people do when they start craving something? They go to Google, they go to Yelp, and they go, best pizza near me. That's local search, okay? That is an acquisition channel. How about word of mouth? Who knows what word of mouth looks like in 2022? Okay, it looks like two things. Zach knows what it looks like. It looks like you getting your customers to make sure that they have a path to be able to leave you reviews on Google and Yelp, and you replying to them, right? And it also is about getting your customers to share to social media so that they're telling their friends. Okay, that's what word of mouth looks like. Number four, social media ads. Okay, who's doing ads on Facebook and Instagram to help market their restaurant business? Okay, that is absolutely an incredible way to acquire new guests, right? And the last one, you guys ready for this? Other paid media. You could go to Google, you could go to Yelp. There's lots of people that want to sell you ads. These are the 5 main acquisition channels for a restaurant from a digital perspective. That's definitely a writer-downer or a screenshotter, unless your notes are super good. Okay, 5 channels, that's all you gotta master is 5 channels. Okay, let's talk about retention. I promise that you're gonna get your guests rolling back. Who wants their guests rolling back? Say rolling back. Roll back. All right, there we go. All right, now, again, there's really only 5 channels you have to master to do this. Anybody wanna guess them? Anybody wanna guess any of these channels? I know some of you know. All right, we may need to pause and get some more coffee. Number 1, email, okay? When it comes to retention, we gotta be emailing our guests, okay? Number 2, SMS. We should be texting guests. Who's texting their guests? I'm texting my guests, all right? We need to be getting feedback. We need to ask our guests, how was it? And we need to be involved with that. We can be using social media. Who's posting to social media? All right? And lastly, loyalty, okay? These are the 5 main channels for retention. Guys, what's the common thread there? It's communication. Okay, anybody here ever hear of the Taco Bell theory of marketing? Yeah. Anybody that's heard me before because I made it up, all right? Here's the Taco Bell theory of marketing, okay? Why does Taco Bell take out an ad during the Super Bowl, update their social media, send an email, do billboards, direct mail, digital ads, radio? Anybody know why? Why does Taco Bell use all these channels? Yeah, because they gotta get in front of your face, right? Taco Bell knows it takes 7 impressions to get you to think, I need a chalupa, right? Now, if all Taco Bell does is email you, 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 it's like sitting on your back porch in the summer with a mosquito. You just flick it off. It's kind of annoying, right? But if they surround you with chalupas, you feel compelled to get a chalupa. So the point I'm making here is if you want to be like Taco Bell, you use the Taco Bell theory of marketing, you have to drive 7 different impressions in multiple channels. When you do that, you will master acquisition, okay? I want to give you an example. I'm going to show you what this can look like. This is one of my clients I work with, okay? We lean super heavy into email, into guest communication, okay? Look at this right up here on the screen. $37,000 of revenue in 6 weeks, okay? You know how we did this? 1 email. Who has an email that they can claim drove $37,000 of revenue in 6 weeks? Who would like to be shown what that email looks like and how to do it? And now we're on board, right? Okay, but the point is, this is what you can do when you do it the right way. All right, here's how this presentation is going to work. You guys done with the setup? You ready for the go time? You want the secrets? All right. I want you guys to have a successful plan for marketing. So I'm going to show you what to stop doing. I'm going to show you what to start doing, and then I'm going to show you the tool that you need to do that thing. Does that sound good? Say, Rev, it sounds good. Rev, it sounds good. Oh, there we go. All right, guys, again, keep in mind, you're about to discover, okay, exactly what I do for my own restaurant and exactly what all of my clients are doing, because these are proven models. Who wants a proven model? Who likes guesswork? No hands went up. Good, you guys are paying attention. Now we're on board. Okay, number one, social media. Look up here in the circle. Who are these people? Oh, somebody has been to this presentation before. Instagram calls them followers, but we call them guests. Why? Because nobody follows a restaurant on social media if they haven't either already eaten there or they plan to eat there. Okay? Which means that social media is a tool for what? Retention. Okay? When you're posting to social media, the audience you should be thinking about when you're writing and creating your content is people who already know you. Social media organically is not a great acquisition channel. It's a great retention channel, okay? So now that we remember that these are our guests, okay? What are we gonna stop doing? What is the wrong way? Posting pictures of food with some witty or creative text, okay? And without giving them instructions on what to do next. Who has posted their social media in the last week, food or drink? Okay? And did it all you do is talk about the item? It's okay to admit if that's all you did, okay? Who wants to know what you should start doing? This is where every hand goes up. Every hand goes up, okay? Here's what you need to do. You need to add calls to action to your social media post, okay? And not just link in bio, okay? That is a good call to action. But you need to tell them exactly what you want them to do next. Do you want them to place an order? Do you want them to join your loyalty program? Do you want them to download your app, join your e-club? Tell them exactly what to do, okay? Who wants a pro tip? That's where all the hands go up. God bless you guys. Just keep that message going up, right? Make sure that the visual content shows people and hands, because that gets emotion going. It fires people up, okay? Now, who wants some examples of what good calls to action are? God bless. Like I said, keep those hands going up. Okay, this is a brand you might have heard of called Shake Shack, okay? Shake Shack is excellent at the calls to action. Okay, when they release their new app or when they started curbside pickup, they go onto their social media and they don't just post a picture of a hamburger. They actually walk you through, and you can't see this because it's not animated, but it's a carousel, right? It's got like lots of little slides in it, and it's like a 5-step thing how to order, and they basically did what I call the handheld close. They showed their guests exactly what it is like to order curbside pickup, so they know exactly, they walked them through the process, okay? This is an incredible call to action. Who has an e-club? Who has a loyalty app? Okay, who has other things you want your guests to do? Who has online ordering? Have you ever done an Instagram post where you show them exactly what it's like to place an order? Who's gonna do it now? All right, God bless, that's the right answer. Okay, here's another great example. This is Croton Reservoir Tavern. These are my partners at Handcrafts Burgers and Brew. See, we're down here at the bottom? We are steps away from Bryant Park. If you didn't know Croton Reservoir Tavern was near Bryant Park, you do now, okay? Their vast outdoor space. Whoa, I would like to dine outside. Who wants to dine outside? It's gonna be like 60 degrees today, okay? They have their hours of operation. They have their address up there, right? They could have gone a little further by saying book the link in our bio right now, but they're adding a call to action. So when you add calls to action to your social media, it will help your guests complete the journey. Does that sound good? Guys, we are 1/5 of the way through your instruction manual. So what's the first thing we're gonna do? It's on the screen. Let me help you guys. What's the first thing we're gonna do? Calls to action. I'm gonna give you a tip. For the rest of the presentation, every time I ask you a question, you can almost guarantee the answer is on the screen, okay? My parents put encyclopedias in my room as a kid, and I learned that I didn't need to know the information, I just needed to know where to get it. So I'm telling you, all the answers will be on the screen moving forward. All right, next thing, okay? The number one way to drive retention, start to write this down. The number one way to drive retention, we got that down, okay? The number one way to get your guests to come back, to drive repeat trips and recurring visits, is to market to your guests, okay? And there are a number of ways that you can market to your guests. And anybody want to guess what the best one is? What is it? It's on the screen, okay? Like I said, you get used to this now, okay? You can wait for them to drive by your store. You can wait for them to be reminded how much they love the food. Or you can put a message right where their eyes are all day, which is where? Their inbox, all right? Guys, anybody here at Taziki's Mediterranean Cafe? Okay, this is Julie Wade. She's the head of marketing there. They have 92 locations. They're based down south. Okay, I have Julie on my podcast called the Restaurant Marketing Podcast. And I asked Julie the same question I asked every multi-unit restaurant operator. Everyone. What is the #1 way in which you drive retention? And without hesitation, without hitting a speed bump, without pausing, do you know what her answer was? Email, okay? Julie knows what she's doing. You should listen to Julie, okay? Here's what you want to stop doing is we want to stop sending spray and pray emails. Anybody know what a spray and pray email is? This is an email that you send to who? Every single person in your database, okay? If that's all you're doing, who's doing that? Who's doing spray and pray emails? I do them. I'm not telling you to stop doing them. I'm saying if that's all you're doing, you're missing the boat, okay? I'm gonna give you everybody's favorite example. Is sending out spray and pray emails to everybody in a database about veggie burgers. Who's a vegetarian? Okay, how relevant is a veggie burger to the rest of the room? Get my point here? Right here, who here likes hamburgers made of cow? Who would like an email about hamburgers made of cow? You see what I'm saying? As a classic example, okay? We need to stop just sending spray and emails. The right way, guys, is to personalize, okay? And how do you do that? You have to segment your guest data. Send emails to key segments, okay, that are personalized to their journey, okay? Here's one of my favorite examples. I used to work at a company, and on Fridays, you know what we did on Fridays? We ordered Taco Bell. This would be like 3 o'clock, we were kind of like burnt out, and we wanted nacho fries, right? Taco Bell started emailing me at 3 p.m. on Fridays pictures of nacho fries. What did I end up doing? Ordering nacho fries at 3 p.m. on Fridays is because Taco Bell segmented their database and they knew that I like to order nacho fries at 3 p.m. on Fridays. So if you are segmenting your guests based on their preferences and sending them emails that align to how they work, you're gonna get more customers, repeat business. Does that make sense, everybody? Does that sound good? Is anybody doing this yet? No, is anybody gonna start doing it? That's where all the hands go up. Thank you, God bless, okay. The right way is to use software, okay? I use a company called Bikky, it's B-I-K-K-Y, okay? It quickly analyzes and segments your guest data, okay? It sends those emails to key segments that personalize the message to their preferences and to their relationship with your business, okay? You give an example. Anybody know what a lapsed guest is? What's a lapsed guest? I can barely hear you, but what I heard you say is they haven't been in a while, right? Okay? How do you know if your guest is lapsed? You have to be segmenting your data. You gotta be looking at your data, and you send them an email that says, hey, we miss you, okay? This is a welcome email flow. Remember I told you about the single email that generated $37,000 in 6 weeks? It's called a welcome email flow. The first day somebody has a transaction with my restaurant, they get an email day 2 that says, hey, thanks for ordering. That email generated $37,000 in revenue. I automated it. It took me an hour to set up, and guess what? I don't have to touch it again. It goes right to their inbox, okay? Does that sound good? Okay? Guys, this is my buddy Gregory. I don't know if he's walking around here today. He owns Gregory's Coffee, but me and Gary, who works for Gregory, are on stage at 3 o'clock over here talking about some of this stuff, okay? You can read Gregory's quote. It says, we made more money in 60 days with Bikky than we did in 5.5 years of our previous marketing campaigns. Who would like to collapse time? That's where every hand goes up, okay? 5.5 years, 60 days, because they are segmenting and doing personalized segmenting email. Guys, we are 20% plus 20%. We are 40% of the way through the presentation here, okay? What's the first thing we're gonna do? Calls to action. What's the second thing? Personalized communication. Like I said, answers are on the screen. All right, who's ready for number 3? Let's go. All right, Grubhub, DoorDash, Uber Eats, and other third-party delivery apps. They charge an arm and a leg with their high commissions. Who likes those high commissions? Oh, I didn't catch you on that one. I'm so glad you guys are listening. Worse, what else? They own your customer data. That sucks. Who likes that? Again, hands stay down. They are literally outsourcing food production, right, to you in exchange for your customers' data, okay? DoorDash didn't create the restaurant, okay? Grubhub didn't cook the food. Uber Eats didn't package it all up. They just paid somebody to deliver it, okay? The customers, the guests, they love you. They love your food. They love your product. They don't love the apps, okay? If you want to profit on a per order basis and increase lifetime value, does that sound good? Increase lifetime value? You've got to be converting your guests from using these to instead to order from you directly, okay? We want to get them ordering directly. So we need to stop what I call third-party complacency. Who has higher rates on Grubhub than direct? Okay, thank you, David. How about DoorDash or Uber Eats? Okay, number one, make your prices higher on third party. Okay, make up for a difference in what they're going to charge you. Make a part that incentivizes your guests to order first party. But if that's all you do, if all you do is raise your prices on third party, that is what I call third party complacency. Because why? They still own your guests. Okay, we need to get your guests ordering directly from you. Okay, the right way is called conversion. Okay, who thinks that conversion is hard? It is hard. I'll confirm it to you. And that's because you don't have the right tools. You don't have the right method yet. Okay. You might think that people just like using those apps. Who thinks people like using Uber Eats and DoorDash and Grubhub? They're easy to use, right? Okay, they are easy to use. Okay, I'm gonna tell you guys a couple of things. 60% of US consumers order delivery or takeout once a week. That's 3 out of 5 people. I'm bad at math, but that's 3 out of 5 people order delivery once a week, okay? 34% of those people, okay, spend at least $50 per order. Who has an average order value higher than $50? Whose average order value is lower than $50? We got some work to do, right? Okay, because we know that 34% of consumers will spend at least $50. And lastly, this is the most important one. 70% of consumers say they actually prefer to order from you. They would rather order from you than Uber Eats or Grubhub or DoorDash. So the numbers tell a different story. They are not loyal to those apps. They don't like using the apps. They want to give you the money, okay? This is not the ease of the apps, okay? Who thinks they could convert one guest a day to order directly? Just one. All of your hands should go up. You should feel a little bit more excited. Okay? If you convert one guest a day to order from you directly instead, like I said, I'm bad at math, but that's $4,000 a year. Okay? Multiply that out. If you get them to make a return trip, okay, and you get 5 guests a day to make 2 more trips a year, you're going to make $87,000 more based on the fees. Who would like to make $87,000 more? God, that is where every hand goes up. I don't care if you own a restaurant or not, okay? The point is, you can do this. You get 5 guests to order 2 more times. Who can get their guests to order 2 more times? Every hand goes up, okay? It's a lot of money, you guys, okay? We need to convert to third party, and how do we do that? We need an in-bag conversion tool, okay? We need post-order feedback, and we need personalized marketing, okay? You need solutions like Ovation that we're going to talk about in a minute here. If your name is Zach from Ovation, put your hand up. Thank you, Zach. Okay? You need to automate these superpowers. Okay, who is using an in-bag conversion tool? Okay, mine looks like doo-doo because I'm not a graphic designer. But we put this in every bag and we tell the customer, it has a call to action. Okay, because, hey, you ordered from Grubhub, here's this card that says order directly from me, and it has our QR code. It has a offer, it has our link, it has our menu, it tells them what to do. You want to take that one step higher? Use a tool like Ovation, okay? And text them. Text them right after the meal. It's 30 minutes after their meal, and you're gonna send them a text that asks, how was it, okay? Somebody's in your restaurant, it's the end of their meal, we haven't given the check yet, what do we do? Table touch, right? We ask them, how was it? Okay? And if they say it was great, what do? We say thank you, we give them the bill. If they say it was terrible, what do? We do a win back right there. We say, oh, I'm sorry, server was a jerk, bathroom was dirty, this thing was unclean, what do? We win back right at the table. Well, how do you do that if their only experience is ordering from Grubhub? How do you do a table touch if all they've done is order you? Well, you need something called Ovation, and the way Ovation works is 30 minutes after they place an order, or an hour, they get a little text message, and it says, how was it? Okay, it does the digital table touch, and they can rate it 1 through 5. If they give it a 5, it automates another message, and it says, cool. Do you want to share with your friends on Google or Yelp? And now you're getting more 5-star reviews. Does that sound good? More 5-star reviews? But they're also opting into your text messages. Now, if they rate it a 1 through 4, they go into a private text message loop with somebody from the brand that says, okay, tell us more. It doesn't lead the witness, but tell us more. What if their food was cold? What if you forgot their ranch sauce? What if the bag ripped? What if the driver was a jerk? If you can handle that in real time, what are we doing? We're stopping 1-star reviews in their tracks. Who would like to stop 1-star reviews in their tracks? Okay? Ovation will help you convert. It will help you speak to your guests. It will help you with guest feedback. Guys, we're going to do calls to action. We're going to personalize communication. What else are we doing? What are we doing? Converting from third party. Again, answers are on the screen. Guys, who's ready for number 4? Let's go. All right. What is the #1 form of content or type of content on social media? Anybody know? It's fashion. Can anybody guess #2? That's right, answers are on the screen. I'm trying to lead you guys in to remember the answers on the screen. If food is the #2 type of content on social media, what does that mean people are used to looking at it on social media? Food, okay? It is normal for somebody to be scrolling through social media and just see food all the time, right? Okay, the wrong way, remember I said we're gonna start with the wrong way, show you the right way, give you the tool, okay? Is sharing the social media organically, while the algorithm barely shows your content to like 10% or less of your followers. Who thinks that's frustrating? Look at this. 13,000 followers. How many people saw this post? 96. Does that feel yucky? I hate that. It makes me angry, okay? If all you do is share to social media organically, you are staying hidden, okay? You need to get your content in front of hungry locals that either work or live near your business, okay? How do we do that? I just want you to imagine a scenario. It's 11:55 in the morning. People just got out of a meeting or a Zoom call with their boss. It's almost lunchtime. What do? They pick up their phone, they quickly scroll through Instagram or Facebook, right? What are they not done yet? Decide what's for lunch. Okay, if they do, all of a sudden they're hungry. They go to Google, or worse, they go to Grubhub and they put in pizza. How could you be right there? Okay, they haven't decided what's for lunch, but how could you be right there? What if you could be right there in that scroll before they decided what for lunch? What if you could basically incept their journey? Well, I'm telling you, does anybody know how to do that? How can you be right there? What are they doing? They were on social media. How can you be on social media? You do that with Facebook and Instagram ads, okay? This is a butcher who lives near me, okay? B&M Market, that scan and skirt steak is unbelievable, okay? We spent $90 and we reached 6,322 people. That's a lot of people. Okay, the population of the town he's in is in 8,786. For 90 bucks, we hit almost every single person in town. Now, right down here, what is this number? Kind of off screen. 52 cents. For less than I think what a pack of gum costs. We got people to click on his ad, take an action while they were hungry. Okay, I'm gonna tell you guys a secret. When you combine paid ads and organic social media at the same time, you will get more followers. Okay, which means all that organic activity is gonna pay back bigger because you're gonna get more followers by paid. When you combine organic and paid, you get better results. Does that sound good? That sounds good, okay? So stop hoping your guests know what to do and start doing organic and paid at the same time. Who thinks paid social media is hard? I do. It definitely is hard. If you've not done it, it's hard. You need a tool called Targetable, okay? Targetable will take all that work away from you. They'll create your ads, they'll run your ads. All you have to do is go in and approve them, and it's running in the background. They'll also manage your social media for you. They will take the entire process. We use this at my restaurant. Guys, calls to action, personalized communication, convert from third party, and what are we combining? Paid and organic social. Who wants the last one? God bless. Who's been to Lake George, New York? Okay, what do they have there? A lot of bars, right? So I'm up there for a conference. Everybody goes to bed at 8:30, and I'm like, I ain't going to bed. I look down at my email box. I got like 40 or 50 emails to reply to. Do I want to go sit in my hotel room? No. Where do I want to go reply to emails? A bar. So I Google, bars near me open now. And I look, and there's one like 3 blocks from me. So I walk over, right? Google says they're open. Guess what? Bars closed. Okay. Anomaly. I go back to Google, second bar. Oh, that's a block away. It says it's open now. I walk over. Anybody know where this story is going? Bars closed, right? So I go, oh, well, there's another one down the block. I'll go to the next one. Right? I'm a little stupid, right? I get to the third place. Guess what? Google says you're open. You say you're closed. Now I got a little bit smarter, but I was not willing to give up. I went to a 4th bar, but I called first this time. Google said they're open. Guess how the story ends? Closed. How happy am I right now? I'm pissed. Right? I end up actually getting in my car and driving 7 minutes at a time and having a beer. I want you to know that I sat there for a while. I didn't really drink and drive. But I'm happily banging on my emails. Right? Do you want to provide that type of customer service, that kind of journey to your guests? The answer is no, Rev. Okay? So what do you need to do? Okay, the best way of consumers, one of the ways that consumers find out about new bars and restaurants is they Google or search Yelp for best food or craft beer near me. Okay? If you aren't actively managing that information, especially on your menu, on all the sites where consumers go to choose, in that case I use Google, but I can use TripAdvisor or Yelp or Bing or Yahoo. You are leaving it up to the internet to decide what is the right answer. Okay, who wants to let the internet choose what's right for your business? Good, you guys are definitely pay attention. No hands went up, okay? If they have the right information, that is Google and Bing and Yelp and TripAdvisor, then they get to help in your assist in your customer's journey, okay? So I want you to stop letting the internet decide, okay? Don't be like the bars in Lake George. Don't be like the Millennium Fandom Bar here. What do you see? Memorial Day might affect these hours. If I see that, do I have confidence that this place is open? Might I just go search for another place instead where it says it's definitely open? Don't be like Millennium Fandom Bar. Don't be like the bars in Lake George, okay? You want to manage that information, okay? And what you need to do is manage all that information. It is called listings management. This is where you take all the information that a consumer needs to know about your bar or your restaurant or your coffee shop, and you're managing it on all the places where people go to search that information, okay? The right way is to use software like Marquee. If your name is Brian from Marquee, put your hand up. There you go. Go talk to Brian after the show here, okay? They will take all of that information and manage it in a single dashboard so that you don't have to update all these sites. Who wants to update all these sites all the time? You guys are getting good. You're not getting caught in my traps, okay? You put the information in Marquee and it manages it for you. Now here's the thing. Google, Yelp, Bing, Yahoo, TripAdvisor, they can change that information without telling you. Who wants that? Nobody. Marquee will make sure that that doesn't happen, okay? You put all your information in and manage it, so you're going to stop doing that. Guys, remember when we talked about the old way being just about the transaction? Yes, Rev, we remember, okay? You want to see what the new one is like? Who wants to see what the new way is like? Who wants to see it? There we go. All right, God bless. It is calls to action. It is personalizing communication. It is converting from third party. It is combining paid and organic social media, and it is doing what? It is doing what? Listings management. Guys, I promise that you will learn how to create a perfect marketing machine that will have you rolling in what? In what? New guests. And get your current guests to happily do what? Spend more. Does that sound good? Did we get there? We got there, right? Okay, you guys are way more equipped. Okay, I'm sure everybody has some questions. We're gonna do Q&A here. I know we have a few minutes left before we do that. Okay, who would like the special gift I mentioned? Who would like the special gift I mentioned? All right, God bless, okay? I'm gonna send you a book called The Expert Guide to Converting Followers into Orders. We talked a little bit calls to action. You wanna go deep? Who likes to be told what to do with instruction manuals? Man, I love Rev. Do step 1, do step 2, do step 3. Don't leave me guessing. Who likes guessing? Still not falling into my trap. Awesome, I'm gonna give you this guide. Okay, you can either bang that QR code and it will take you to a landing page to get this ebook, or you can just go to bit.ly/followersorders and you can get this book, okay? It will show you exactly how to get your guests to convert to order more. Guys, how's that all sound? How'd we do? We feeling good? You guys feel like you can master your marketing so you never have to worry about revenue again? Did I give you the instruction manual? Awesome. Guys, it's been a pleasure and an honor. What questions can I answer? Did I give you everything? Huh?
Where do I get that shirt?
Amazon. I buy all my shirts on Amazon because I hate going retail shopping. So I just open up the app, much like I'm ordering food, bing, 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 all good to go. Guys, if you were staying here all day, you're staying here all day, right? 3 o'clock, next stage over, me and a bunch of other restaurant operators are going to answer all of your questions about marketing. So after you've walked away completely blindsided with questions from this presentation, come back at 3 o'clock, be on the stage over there, and you can ask any question you want. Does that sound good? Last chance for questions. You guys get the ebook yet? Awesome. Guys, thank you so much. I'm super glad you showed up today. I hope you're going to hear play your A game. You guys make it a great tasty day. Thank you.